Hello and welcome to this episode in the Danish winter weather. And to understand this video and this car probably, this is not a car which is all about just sticking a big sock down your pants. To say it quite simply, this is just BMW that is trying to say how you're gonna make the future of the automobile. The thing I'm gonna show you next is technology that's gonna be fed down 10 years from now into more cheap BMW models, and maybe also into other brands and automobiles around the globe. There's just no other way to put it. This is quite simply the most advanced, most technology-filled tech beast ever made by mankind. I welcome you, the BMW i7. If you want to understand this vehicle, don't focus on the design, don't focus how fast it is from 0 to 100, and don't focus on if this BMW will go sideways or not, or do burnouts, because then you're missing the point. You just have to sit back, relax, and enjoy a cup of coffee and just see what this thing is. Because this thing right here, this is something you never have seen before. Okay, now it's time to go all ham in the comment section about the looks of this car. Because right now you're looking at the car from its most controversial angle. Wow. It looks strange. Is this illuminated grille, which lights up at night, is this the most huge grille I have ever seen on a car? Probably yes. And what about the headlights? Are they stolen from a Citroën Cactus? Oh yes. Well, my opinion on it is that over time you get more and more used to it actually. It's like owning a dog, an ugly one, and you somehow find a way to love it. And it's the same thing about this. It's just BMW as always far ahead of time. The current time is not ready for the BMW i7, and that's why it's getting so much heat, I think, for its looks. I don't think it looks good, but I don't think it looks bad either. When it just arrived to the market, I thought it was some kind of a Photoshop by someone. It was just plain ugly, but I must say over time it's growing on me somehow. The thing is, has the 7 Series been any prettier than this? Oh yes, the E34. If you remember that. So gangster looking. Has there been any uglier one? That's the question. And oh yes, there's also been that. Especially from the front. Jesus Christ, that vehicle was... you didn't want to really date a girl arriving in that car. They all just ran away, I think. This look. This grille. What is this? It's something new. And I don't think the world is quite ready for this thing yet, but over time it may grow on people, I guess. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 baby steps. Okay, it's not 6 meters, but it's 5 meters and 40 centimeters or 39. This vehicle is absolutely vast. It's huge. It's obscenely big. It's a stupid size on the road, especially here in Denmark. This car is 2 cars in one in the length. And from the side here, my favorite angle, it just looks luxurious. It looks like a Rolls Royce almost. It's definitely not hard to see where BMW get its origins from. Actually quite good looking. Very posh with the chrome around the window line here. In fact, this car is so big, this is the biggest EV you can get on the Danish market. And also in Europe, I think. And the thing about the side profile, it just screams nothing has changed the last 30 years. And it's simply just The same procedure?
The same procedure as last year, Miss Sophie?
The same procedure as every year, James.
And that's just how you should do a BMW 7 Series. So they kept that, and that's good. One thing more interesting about the front here is that there's no ducts, there's no fins, no weird protrusions of any aero. It's just plain normal 7 Series. Like it's been in, since the 7 Series started, basically.
Same procedure as last year, Miss Sophie?
The same procedure as every year, James.
The only new thing here in the 7 Series is the door handles, which is protruding inside the door this time. Just like the iX, BMW iX. Yeah, that's the one. Let me just present you the IKEA door handles.
Hi, my name's Denise. This pantry is a cook's dream.
In the new 7 Series here. Oh, they're not called that, but well, in this video they are. The IKEA door handles are very smart because in the same way they're a bit aero, they also have a button here in the front. And when you push that button, being rich, of course, having no arm muscles, the door will, of course, in a luxury manner, open for you. And that's very good when you're rich, because you don't want to do too much manual labor. Or any, actually. Going in is the same thing here. You sit here, I don't know if you can see me, but obviously you can. It's in the 7 Series, and then you are, of course, automatically hidden away, like rich people like. But there's a button in here, and you push it, and the door will automatically close for you. You push it again, and no need to do any manual labor here. The car will quite simply do it for you, if it works. Come on. I don't want to close this door myself. I'm too rich for that now. Or in this week, or today I am. Well, it's supposed to work, but does this feature make any practical or any meaning? Or does it add anything to life for the rich ones? Probably not. Other than the guys who ate too much truffle can also open their doors because they have no arms, because they're weak. But it's for sure going to be popular around the ladies, and for that, I'm going to give it points. It's a good feature, because I actually think this one will get you laid.
Nice.
If you have this feature in your car. So that's one reason to get the i7, at least. And you also look rich as... Yes. And that's always something, right? Jesus. I can climb inside my palace here for a second. Okay, now let's pretend I'm a minister of a Danish parliament or something. I know they also love to take selfies, so that's perfect.
Wow.
We are of course gonna step in the back, because that's what you do as a minister, into the BMW Executive Lounge. Look at it. This is where you will find soft cushioned pillows, and you will find this extended seat here with a bit of a hump on it. Look how far it sticks out compared to the peasant seat over here. This is a bit more me. And now you just step in. Oh, remember, you don't have to shut the door yourself. You just push this button and it will shut the door for you. And now take a look around. You're just sitting here, comfortable. Don't mind the Danish weather, which is absolutely horrendous today. So there'll be a bit of snow in the cabin. Nothing that the i7 can handle. But if you look to the right, you'll see this screen, which is the new thing here in the 7 Series. And if I unlock it, I will, as a minister, of course, start by choosing you some music, and now that's playing. I'll have a bit of a massage, thank you. start that thing, and maybe also some heated seats, I guess. Oh, I could use that. Okay, and now I want to really relax. I simply push this button and this seat starts to go forward. Okay, look what happens. Okay, it goes forward. Look at the amount of space. And now the amazing part comes. The footrest rises from the bottom and the footplate on the passenger seat comes out. So now you have this little thing to rest your feet on. Oh, I don't want to mess up these seats with these grimy boots. And now it's just time to sit back, relax here, and oh, I'm missing some privacy. I have to sign the 42 million IT document about this IT system that they're gonna have in the healthcare system that is like half-assed and doesn't work. Okay, to sign off that, I would like some blinds in this bad boy, so the blinds will come up and the sunshade will close, and this one is closed too. I've now signed off and done some hard work, and now it's time for some entertainment. Let's bring down the theater. The theater. And this is the party trick. It's the main attraction. The 8K display rising down from the top up here. This is amazing. And you can stream all sorts of things, of course, to this. You can hook up your PlayStation or whatsoever. This is absolutely necessary in my book to have this. But yeah. And when you open the door, it all closes up again. And it all goes back into the normal position, if you can call it that. There's no normal in this car, I guess. And what about the back end? It just look... It doesn't look really good, but it doesn't look really bad either. It just looks plain and fits in, or fades in, just like a true 7 Series should do.
Same procedure as last year, Miss Sophie?
The same procedure as every year, James.
So what do I overall think about the design and the car on the outside? Well, actually, it doesn't matter too much what I think or what you think, because 45% of the sales of the 7 Series is to the Chinese market. And therefore, BMW don't care about you either. They know they will only sell this to ministers of Denmark, probably, and to some rich guy in China, of course, running a big company of some sort. For them, it's a status symbol to be driven around. That's the ultimate driving experience. And therefore, the 7 Series is perfect for that. They'll probably only... Jesus, this wind! It's the Danish weather in the winter. Oh, Jesus! The thing about the Chinese guy, does he like it? Oh yes. It's built for him, basically. Okay, so something that is a bit special here on the new 7 Series is... Oh yes, this is an electric car. If you haven't noticed till now, obviously. But now you know. So in the front here, in this colossal space here, that is like 1.5 meters at least, you at least expect some kind of room up here. Or a V12 for that matter. But yeah, there isn't any. There is just this huge plate of some kind. There's this thing, and this is a huge frisbee of some sort. This thing right here is quite simply the biggest engine cover I have ever seen. It's stupid. And under here there is basically nothing, just some wizardry. The one thing I know is that there is a electric engine up front and an electric engine in the back. So I guess that's what this space is used for. This car is called the i7 60 xDrive, and the xDrive means four-wheel drive. So what's the output? The output is 544 horsepower and 700 and that's wrong. And 745 Newton meter of power or torque.
Nice.
Well, something to notice is that the car also weighs 2.8 ton, but to be completely honest, all these numbers are completely irrelevant in a 7 Series, but now you know. How does this fit? Is this right? No, this can't be right. I think this is right. That's just how it came from the factory. So now the big question, what can the engine, the huge battery, what can it produce? The battery in the i7 60 here is 101 kilowatt hour. And that means you get an estimated range of 625 kilometers. Well, in the real world, that will maybe translate to about 450 or 500 if you're really feathering the throttle. So that's the deal with the i7. And the charging, you may ask, how's that? That's pretty good too. It's not Taycan or Xpeng G9 good. It's 195 kilowatt through DC charging, pretty fast. And that makes this car overall pretty useful, I guess, as long as you are being chauffeured around. Did I mention that it's also heated armrests? It's absolutely ridiculous in this car. Okay, now time for the inside. The actually most important thing, right? As you all know, BMW of course is German, and they also have to obey with the new 2024 situation. And that means they have to go vegan. So this interior, you can get this to be made out of plastic and flutes and old music instruments and old bananas and yeah, what else? But you can spec it to be vegan. But this is of course spec'd in the only right version, the full leather one. And to put it simply, this is the best interior I have ever sat in. I haven't been in the new Rolls Royce, I'm not that lucky, but compared to the S-Class or the EQS or anything else I've tried ever, this is just insane. The sheer amount of comfort in these seats are, Jesus, it's insane. Just the materials all around is absolutely insane. It's just the best. But did you expect anything else? No. I expected this, and I certainly also got it, so I'm a happy boy. And yes, you can also forget your Chinese manufacturers who makes pretty decent interiors, but it's not BMW i7 level, I promise you that. Just to point out some of the attention to detail in this car. Okay, if you just start up here, you have your normal layout, you have your wireless charging up here, and you have your cup holders beneath that. And these cup holders just opens in a smooth and luxurious manner. It just looks good. So over-engineered and perfect. And then you have your glove box, which is not a physical, because when you're rich you have no arm muscles because you're fat and you ate too much truffle. So you have an electric button instead, and you can push that and the glove box will open also softly and gentle, as it should be.
The same procedure as last year, Miss Sophie.
And when you push the lighting in here, it also turns off smoothly and slow. It's not like a sudden turn up the lights or a sudden turn off the lights. It's a smooth transition, and everything is like that. And this next feature and this next small thing is just the amount of hours put into this. It amazes me. So if you adjust your seat, it of course has, like you expect, 1000 seat positions. But the thing about this seat position instrument up here is when you use it, there will be like a slow, gentle stop to the movement of the seat. So if you push it forward, it will go forward slowly, and then when you stop, it will like slow down. It will not like be jerky if you like push it like this. It cannot do that. It will only be gentle and slow. And that is what this car is all about everywhere. In your car, the blinker noise will be very noticeable. In this car, when you turn on the blinker, it will be almost not noticeable. It's so subtly, just like a smooth watch. Okay, so how is the infotainment situation up here? It is quite simply overwhelming. It is vast what you can do. It is stupid. There are so many features. This is the first car I have ever sat in that there is a learning curve to. You will be better driving this car over time because you understand it better, you understand the features better, and you learn new things all of the time that this car can do. If I just go into the apps, the sheer amount of apps is absolutely stupid. It makes no sense. I think I have more apps in this menu than on my phone. But one brilliant thing here in the infotainment system is that you can just simply connect to your Apple CarPlay and it just works. You just push here and you easily transfer over to just Apple CarPlay and it just works. This is the best Apple Car experience I have had ever, I guess. One other thing you also want to know about is this diamond cutout everywhere. There is diamonds in the middle here. There's diamonds here in the completely overkill interior lighting. And this is the best interior lighting I've ever seen. This is insane, especially in the night. Look at it here. Switching modes, it is insane. And this interior lighting up here isn't just a useless gimmick, because when you turn on the hazard light, for example, it will blink red all over to warn people on the outside if you have the doors open. It's absolutely genius. Now in the back again. And here in the middle you have your possibility for a third seat. But yeah, we don't care about that. The nice thing is that you have some cup holders, of course, and you have heated center console here, what you would call it. And just the amount of leather in here, this flap to the back for the skis is also leather. And you can watch back here or you will see, oh, I just saw something awful. I saw an EV cable. And you just remind yourself that this is an EV. It's not a V12 or a V8. Let's quickly close that bag up. Well, you're not sad about that anymore. You can just sit back, relax as you usually do, and go about your day. Or enjoy the skylight. Or some music. Or some heated seats. Or some Netflix. Also looks a bit weird that in the top of all times you have a screen just sitting here. Here in the front there's like a sunroof, and also here there's a sunroof, and here in the middle there's an 8K display. I don't think that you have that in your car. I definitely don't. I wish though. I wish. Just this sheer amount of space. Look at this, I can just sit down here. And I haven't even put the seat forward yet. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to drive the i7. Jesus, I've been looking forward to this. Just listen to the blinker. Like a fine watch. Okay, let's start out in the personal mode here. That is like the normal mode. No wind noise, no tire noise, Just you and your i7. It's absolutely brilliant. Jesus, this ride is good. You can't feel the surface whatsoever. Just listen to the startup, how relaxing it is. Okay, so at this point, my microphone, or my camera, I think, started to give up. So all the sound in the next half an hour, when I was driving, was basically cut off. So yeah, that's brilliant. So that makes for a great review ride. But the main thing, the main takeaway here is that this car is just overwhelmingly comfortable, luxurious, and yeah, just perfect for cruising and to be chauffeured around in. It's just on a level that no other car really is. So that's the only thing you have to know, right? To make a conclusion, this car is very much looking up to the bigger brother, the Spectra. And you can clearly see that BMW is in the same family as Rolls-Royce, because this is almost Rolls-Royce level. It's definitely better than the EQS, the S-Class EV. It's just more luxurious, it's just more refined, this one. And I have driven that one, and this is better. Would I personally pick this over the V12 7 Series? Yes. I think they don't have the V12 anymore, but the V8 one. And that's very weird coming from a petrol head. And yes, I would, because this makes sense for the shorter trips. For longer trips, driving down through Europe or something like that, with my chauffeur, where we have to charge, would you align yourself with the Tesla fanatic on the charging station? And they will be all bragging about their cars. No, I will just rather go in with my V12 to the old gas filler and just fill that beast up and go about my day. Good for the short trips. For the longer trips, I will definitely pick the V12 or a V8 one. And the price, you may ask, how much is the i760? It's around 1.6 million Danish crowns, or in this spec, almost 2.5 million. And I think into dollars, without any of this stupid Danish taxes and stuff, it's around 120,000 euros or dollars, and it's about, in this spec, 180,000 euros. And if you think it's expensive, yeah, you just haven't experienced it, I think. Because this thing is something special.